Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corner, Seed in the Sand, and this is chapter 2 of Baseballs and Diamonds, Lessons Learned. And what I want to talk to you today about is, the integrity of the game, the integrity of lessons that we learned during baseball and softball and volleyball and all kinds of sports games. Not only sportsmanship and honesty and truth and trust and but there's so many things that go into a game that are like, oh, it's so close but not quite, and do the right thing, and sometimes the calls get made that are wrong, or they're too close to call, or they're too they're like, oh, shouldn't I, what should I do, I don't know what to do. In softball, especially when I played softball in high school, or baseball, has a lot of that, has a lot of those close calls, those do the right thing. That's what's right for me is not right for you, and what's right for you is not right for me. And I mean, we all have been through that situation of what's right and what's wrong, who's right and who's wrong. And the umpires are sometimes wrong. A lot of times the umpires are wrong. And the thing is, you can't beat yourself up over wrong calls sometimes. We all make wrong calls. I make wrong calls. I just did it, and I beat myself up all day yesterday making a wrong call. And because then that wrong call affects people down the road, of who might be affected by that. But it's not like I can punish myself for making a wrong decision in the game of life, which is, we all sometimes have those temptations of, do I do the right thing, or do I not embarrass someone, or do I, blow the whole thing up and start all over again. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. There's just so many things in my life where it's like, it reminds me of the game of baseball, the game of softball, the game of volleyball, where it's fast paced, and sometimes things get really complicated and really challenging. And, doing the right thing is really hard to do sometimes. And, yeah, so I hope you understand what I'm talking about. It's kind of like if you make a purchase at a thrift store or a service station or a grocery store, and you actually find out later on that you got too much of something. Do you go back and say, I got too much, or do you just wind up following that temptation and taking it home? So that's kind of the dilemma I was in, and it's like, that really affects people down the road. And I was punishing myself for not doing, the right thing, of saying that was a mistake by someone by giving me too much and not taking it back. I just took it home. Yeah, so I don't know. I just always want to do the right thing. I always want that core to be correct, to be right. But a lot of times in the game of life, is like the game of baseball, it's just not going to happen, and you just have to radically accept that things aren't the way they're supposed to be sometimes. And yeah, so that's my misguided direction today, my misguided lesson of saying, we all have temptations in our lives. We all want to, like, get that right call, whether it's right or not, or if it's too close to call, we want it to go in our direction, our favor. And sometimes that's right, sometimes that's wrong, sometimes it doesn't make a difference. So, yeah. All right. So, the Healing Spirit cards by Gordon Smith are right here, and I don't have the rosary because it's in the bedroom. Those are the healing cards, and the intention that I want to send today through these life lesson healing cards is, sometimes those calls are too close to call, and umpires get it wrong, and we get it wrong, and life gets it wrong sometimes. Sometimes those temptations to make the right decision is a wrong decision. That's my intention. And the card we got is One Spirit Guide, One Way. And One Spirit Guide, One Way. Clear your mind of all conflicting knowledge and trust the path that you have chosen, and soon you will be moving towards more spiritual practices. This is the time for you to trust your spirit guide to get you to the next level of your life. You have put in a lot of hard work already, but once you have turned the next corner, your path will open up, and your way will be clear. Trust your spirit guides right now. Okay, so I trust that sometimes the calls are too close to call, and we'll get around the corner and we'll figure it out. And I think we've all been there, baseball fans. We've all been there where it didn't go our way. It didn't go the way we wanted it to, or it did go the way we wanted it to, and then later on it evened itself out. So trust that right around the corner the path will be clear. So, all right, everybody have a good day.